Now, the introduction of the two-pot system has provided some insight into the financial lives of South Africans. JustMoney has surveyed South African views on the new retirement savings system, and it shows that many are under pressure. Only 11% rated their financial health as excellent. 43 said average. 24 said their finances were in poor shape. To discuss, we're joined by the operations manager of JustMoney, Sarah Nicholson. Ms. Nicholson, thank you. We know a lot of South Africans are withdrawing, firstly. Are many more thinking about it as well?
Definitely. I think it is something that we picked up in a survey that we did recently. We had over 6,000 responses, and there was an awareness of people having learned about the two-pot system and definitely considering withdrawing that. So we actually saw that about 79% said they would look at that. 79% they would actually pay off debt, 10% would look at spoiling themselves or the family, and about 8% would actually consider using their money to see as they see fit. So yes, there are definitely interests in people wanting to withdraw funds from the two-pot system.
And it's interesting. Tell us more about what the money is being used for.
So, as we said, a lot of people are considering and saying that they would like to pay off their debt. What we are seeing across the economy, however, is that the requirement or the wish to pay off their debt is there, but life happens and people tend to use the money for anything that is needed right there. So about 15% of South Africans actually said they would probably look at paying for things such as basic needs, school fees, uniforms, books, and potentially even renovating or building property. So a lot of them are seeing an opportunity to pay off debt or make improvements. About 53%, however, did say that the two-pot system could actually encourage them to save more. So seeing it as partial access to stay committed to retirement planning without feeling locked in. So that's also a positive side effect of this two-pot system.
You do affect your future retirement payouts in ways that it's hard to comprehend unless you understand compound interest. Are the implications clearly understood, and do you think that the whole system has been clearly communicated?
Definitely. I think we need to strongly understand that this could impact your long-term savings. About 57% of the respondents said they felt quite comfortable with access to their savings, and about 27% said they were actually concerned about the impact of the long-term savings. So 49% of people actually indicated that they would consider withdrawing their funds, but about 23% actually remained quite hesitant, saying that they actually were concerned about their future retirement stability. So while it's not huge, there is definitely an understanding of the impact. I think there has been a tremendous amount of information being shared by the media around the two-pot system, and a lot of financial service providers are sharing this, especially the banks and investment houses are sharing this information, and it is quite easily available on the internet. But of course, people can consider using this to pay off a lot of their challenges or debt, but it does impact long-term retirement safety. So it's always something to consider very carefully before using those funds.
Yeah, I guess the short-term challenges always feel more painful in the moment. We have a poor savings rate in South Africa. We know that. Is there a sense that when companies make it compulsory for people to at least save for retirement, that really helps, actually?
Definitely. A nice way to think of it is if your company does support you with your retirement, that's actually free money that's going into your retirement. So it is definitely something to make use of. Of course, a lot of retirements or respondents to the survey, actually about 35% of them said that affordability is actually a barrier to making payments, to saving, and of course putting money aside for their pension funds. 43% actually noted that the employers did not offer pension packages. But what's great is that 46 people did actually express newfound interest in retirement funds due to the accessibility of that savings portion, which does mean that there's again that promise for increased participation, but time will tell if that is actually what takes place.
Okay, so I like the positives if you say it's encouraging people to save. Just Money is about helping people get their finances in order. If you're not saving, if you're not planning well enough, what advice do you have?
Start saving if possible. Putting a little bit aside helps. Really make use of compound interest, as we've mentioned. The earlier you start with savings towards your retirement really makes a big difference, even if it is a small amount. So the sooner you can do that, educate your children to get doing that as soon as they are able as well. Build an emergency fund so that should you come into a situation where you do need to tap into some form of funds, rather access that emergency fund than your retirement. And of course, reach out to your employers and see if there's any ways that they can assist you as well with potential retirement or savings.
Thank you very much, Sarah Nicholson, Operations Manager at JustMoney. Stay with us on South Africa tonight. As I said, we will speak to two brave whistleblowers